Hello everyone and welcome to the third edition of the MB Rundown for the month of August as we deliver the most relevant news and other updates on sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. I am Nicole Cordoves and this is the MB Rundown. The Department of Agriculture announced earlier this week the breakout of the avian influenza virus or bird flu virus in San Luis town in Pampanga. The town has since then been placed under quarantine with no bird or any other poultry product being allowed to leave a 7-kilometer radius. Hundreds of thousands of birds which have died because of the virus have been buried, while other poultry believed to have been infected have been destroyed, then buried or burned. And just to show that chicken and other poultry products are still safe to eat, despite the discovery of the virus in San Luis, Pampanga, Agriculture Secretary Manny Piñol, Pampanga Vice Governor Dennis Pineda, and San Luis Mayor Venancio Sago Macapagal ate breakfast Tuesday at the San Luis Health Center consisting of fried chicken and balut. In a development that is expected to affect our commuters, the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, or the LTFRB, has denied the motion for reconsideration filed by Uber on the 1-month suspension of its operations. In its order issued Tuesday afternoon, the LTFRB said Uber's continuing acceptance of new drivers into its system despite an order last July 26 to halt activation has led to the rise in the number of Colorum Transportation Network Vehicle Services, or TNVS, which have no certificates of public conveyance or provisional authority. The LTFRB directed Uber to stop its practice of accepting new applications beyond the issuance of the moratorium, as it may pose regulatory problems pending the review of policies on TNVS. In a press briefing, the LTFRB board member and spokesperson Eileen Lizada said the agency wanted to ensure that Uber and Grab will be able to protect the welfare of their TNVS partners. Criminal charges were filed against businessman Dong Yi-shen, or Kenneth Dong, and 8 other persons for the alleged illegal importation of 6.4 billion pesos in shabu from China last May. Also charged by the NBI's Anti-Organized and Transnational Crime Division were Taiwanese nationals Chen Min and Zhu Mingyun, Chinese nationals Chen Zhulong, and also known as Richard Tan or Richard Chen, who is the chairman and general manager of Philippine Hongfei Logistics Group of Companies, and Lee Guangfei alias Manny Lee, customs brokers Mark Ruben Taguba and TJ Marceliana, Fidel Anoche D, and Arian May Agustino Tatad, who is the sole proprietor of EMT Trading, which was the consignee of the contraband. They were charged before the Department of Justice with violation of Republic Act 9165 or the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. All those charged, except for Marceliana and Tatad, have been issued Immigration Lookout Bulletin orders by Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre II. Interestingly, Dong was arrested by NBI agents as he stepped out of the Senate after the hearing on Tuesday for a 2016 rape charge. In the same Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, Senator Antonio Trillanes grilled Dong for his alleged ties with Vice Mayor Paulo Duterte, or Pulong, who is the eldest son of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. While Trillanes was able to show photos of Dong with Pulong and another presidential son, Sebastian or Baste Duterte, Dong denied being close to the Duterte sons and said that he only had a penchant for having his photos taken in public, a habit which he considers a problem because this usually gets him into trouble. Another revelation rocked the Senate hearings when Customs Commissioner Nicanor Faeldon admitted that corruption continues to be prevalent in his agency and said that he tried his best to rid it of the Tara system, or the purported practice of giving grease money to customs officials for the trouble-free release of shipments. Faeldon, a Marine captain who plotted to overthrow former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, was moved to tears as he took quite a grilling from Trillanes himself, a former comrade of the Customs Commissioner in their rebel days, who wanted him to admit or deny that the Bureau of Customs was indeed corrupt. Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman Senator Richard Gordon was able to stand between the two former allies and was able to urge Faeldon to just answer Trillanes' question. It was then that Fayaldon admitted that as much as he wanted to investigate customs officials engaged in the Tara system, he said he felt alone in the fight. The world heaved a huge sigh of relief last Tuesday when Kim said he would be holding off on a planned missile strike near Guam, easing rising tension in the Korean peninsula as he and US President Donald Trump engaged in a dangerous stare-down for most of last week. According to North Korea's official news agency, Kim said he was going to watch a little more the foolish and stupid conduct of the Yankees before executing any order to attack Guam. But the leader of the isolated nation remained undaunted as he warned that if the Americans persist in their extremely dangerous, reckless action on the Korean peninsula, then North Korea would take action as already declared. North Korea threatened to fire a volley of 4 missiles over Japan towards the US territory of Guam, which hosts a number of strategic military bases. Kim said he was likely to order the strike in mid-August. This was considered a serious threat by the US president as Trump launched his own warning, saying that he was ready to unleash fire and fury like the world has never seen on North Korea. But as Tuesday, August 15 came, news of Kim relenting on his threat eased the world's anxiety. Some analysts suggested that Kim's comments opened a possible path to de-escalating a growing crisis fueled by the ugly war of words between Kim and Trump. And now here are updates from Manila Bulletin Sports section. As we speak, the 29th Southeast Asian Games or SEA Games is in full swing in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. As early as Tuesday, the Filipinos were able to get off to a rousing start in men's water polo with a 9-7 triumph over Thailand at the National Aquatic Center in Kuala Lumpur. Roy Cañete, one of 3 veterans who came out of retirement, scored 6 goals to power the Filipinos past the 2015 bronze medalists. That was a huge start from the Philippine team considering that it dropped all its 4 matches in the 2015 SEA Games when it was still made up of young players. Veteran sports writer Ray Bangkod, editor of Manila Bulletin's tabloid Tempo, and photographer Ali Vicoy are in Kuala Lumpur to bring exclusive stories, photos, and videos of the games of the 19th SEA Games, which will run up to August 30. That's something to look out for in Manila Bulletin's print, online, and social media platforms in the next weeks. In a sad development for the darlings of Philippine sports, the men's basketball team and the women's volleyball squad suffered similar fates, suffering setbacks in the quarterfinal round after promising starts in their respective Asian-level competition. Gilas Pilipinas absorbed a humiliating 118-86 loss to South Korea in the FIBA Asia Cup in Beirut, Lebanon, early Thursday. The Filipinos failed to sustain the momentum of stirring wins over China, Iraq, and Qatar in the group stages and bombed out of further contention as the Koreans dominated from start to finish in that lopsided win. Back here in the Philippines, the Filipinas were outclassed by Thailand in straight sets, 25-21, 25-14, 25-20 in the quarterfinal round of the 19th Asian Senior Women's Volleyball Championship at the Alonte Sports Arena in Biñan, Laguna last Tuesday. That loss negated a huge start for Filipinas who stormed through the group competitions with wins over Hong Kong and Vietnam. The loss relegated the Philippines to the consolation round of the championship, but couldn't get back on track as the nationals bowed to Chinese Taipei. In entertainment news, Respeto dominated the 13th Cinemalaya Independent Film Festival held last Sunday at the Cultural Center of the Philippines by bagging the Best Picture award along with 6 other plums. The film about an amateur rapper and a grumpy poet that was directed by Treb Monteras also took the awards for Best Sound, Best Editing, and Best Cinematography, Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role, NetPac Jury Prize, and the Audience Choice Award. In Regina May Parungao's report for Manila Bulletin Entertainment, Noel Camio Jr., a first-timer in the competition, landed this year's Best Actor award for his performance in Kiko Boxingero. The teenager is the youngest actor in the history of the festival to have done so. Kiko Boxingero also won Best Original Musical Score for Pepe Manican and Best Performance by an Actress in Supporting Role for Yayo Aguila. Anjali Ibayani was named Best Actress for her performance in Bagahe. The film also bagged the Best Screen Screenplay Plum. Joseph Israel Laban of Baconawa was honored for Best Direction. The film likewise won the Special Jury Prize and Best Cinematography Award for T.M. Malones. In the short film category, Paul Patindol's Hilom won as Best Picture, while Dewey Monteagudo of the film Bawod took home the Best Screenplay honor. Winning the Audience Choice Award was Nakauwi Na by Marvin Cabangunay and Janus Olivar. Aliens Ata by Glenn Barit claimed the Netpac Jury Prize citation, while the Special Jury Prize went to Fatima Marie Torres and The Invasion of Space Shuttle Pinas 25. Best Direction Award went to E. Del Mundo for her short film, Manong Paaling. And now, here's some good news from Globe. On August 11, Globe Telecom officially launched a multi-million international submarine cable system to enhance connectivity for businesses. Globe's Southeast Asia-US cable system provides a direct link from Davao to the United States on a mission to ease our dependency on international cable systems that go through the earthquake-prone areas north of the Philippines. The 14,500-kilometer Southeast Asia-US international cable system uses the latest 100 gigabits per second transmission technology to deliver an additional 20 terabits per second capacity.
This is truly a milestone for Globe because it's one of many firsts. This is the first cable that runs counter to the typical route that is taken by most cables emanating from Southeast Asia. It's the, earthquake-prone Tokyo leg or route, the one that goes to the Taiwan Straits. Some go to the Malaysian waters. This one particularly goes through the Philippines via Davao, also a first for us because we are now landing this cable in Mindanao for the very, very first time.
Such additional capacity will cater to the exponential growth of bandwidth between the two continents, while at the same time bypassing earthquake zones to ensure continuity and resilience of service.
This is a wonderful consortium. As Ernest pointed out, it's a brand new routing that we have. It adds diversity to the kind of linkages that we have with the global environment. We're delighted to be part of this consortium, and again, to all our partners who are here with us today, thank you.
Present in the event are Department of Information and Communications Technology Secretary Rodolfo Salalima and Senior Vice President for Globe Enterprise Group Peter Maquera. Ernest Koo stated that First World Connection is more than just fast internet. He added that it is about building a better nation that will transcend borders and open infinite possibilities.
This in effect doubles capacity of what we have, right? Because any new cable today is always higher capacity and faster than really the old ones. And this one is a whole new generation, once again, of cable, in terms of speed, in terms of capacity that goes through to the US.
The Southeast Asia-US cable system will provide support for expanding business requirement for data in the Mindanao region, where the cable landing station is located, as well as the country as a whole. So that's good news for businesses here in the Philippines, so expect faster internet coming your way. And from the pages of the Manila Bulletin Lifestyle, Madrid-born Valencia-based international designer Jaime Hayon was in Manila last week to represent Danish luxury furniture brand Republic of Fritz Hansen, for which he has been designing lately. Some of their collaborations are now available in Manila at Ben Chan's Studio de Menzione at One Parkade in BGC. Jaime Hayon was included in Time Magazine's 100 Most Relevant Creators of Our Time, and Wallpaper Magazine considers him as one of the most influential creators of the last decade. At the playground at Bench Tower in BGC last Wednesday, he gave a talk before an audience of Filipino students, designers, architects, and design enthusiasts. More than about design, his talk also included emphasizing the need to put joy into the work. He says that no matter what you do it with fun, do it with passion. If you hate what you do, how can you come up with something beautiful? Jaime Hayon also advised to create happiness because you also have to believe that the future will bring us good things. As for Manila, where he was on his first ever visit, he was astounded. He said that he found Manila bizarre and avant-garde and said that in one sentence you could hear the culture, the Spanish here, the Americans there, layers and layers and layers of history. The country's finest ballet and contemporary dance company, Ballet Philippines, opens its 48th season titled Quintessence with a gala celebration. Ballet Philippines will dig through its vaults and revive choreographic classics in a gala-themed performance that will feature Filipino stars from various international dance companies. Some of the performances that will be featured in the repertoire are Bungkos Suite, Grand Pas Classique, Equanimity, Salome Minamahal, Sinsamba, and Moon. A gala celebration is a special performance full of rejoices, one of which is the glorious return of Alice Reyes, who is a national artist for dance, as Ballet Philippines Artistic Director. It will run at the CCP Main Theater from August 18 to 20. And that's it for this week's edition of the MB Rundown. Another week filled with relevant, exciting, and action-packed accounts from Manila Bulletin's media team. This has been your MB Rundown host, Nicole Cordobes, and remember, be fully informed.